Hello, honey.
On this episode,
I can feel that her liver is very big. It's fairly large and quite concerning. What could have caused that? You're not going to like the answer to that.
Honey is so brave, and I think she's a lot braver than us, actually.
Nice, deep breaths. Let's all be calm for her.
but first,
Hello, Ted. Hello, mate. You're standing a bit oddly, aren't you? It's not normal at all. It's incredibly upsetting when you see what neglect does.
Let's x-ray his hips. Let's see how good or bad his hips actually are.
Ted could need a total hip replacement. Now that's major surgery. Today I'm on a beautiful drive out in the countryside to see one of my favourite people in the world, Jill, who runs the Border Collie spot. She's given me a call because she's just received two beautiful Border Collie puppies from Ireland and she wants me to take a look.
Oh, wish you could tell us what happened to you, I wish you could tell us.
My name is Margaret and I help to run the Animals in Need Rescue Centre in the northwest of Ireland. And we have puppies, Maya and Ted.
Mia?
They were surrendered to us, and when we got them in, they were absolutely riddled with worms.
You're such a good boy.
We also noticed Ted had very badly deformed feet. His back legs look like flippers, and the front legs are also quite deformed. And it is rather worrying because we don't know if anything can be done.
Yes, I know.
So the puppies will be going to London.
Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you? Yes.
Jill and Spot Collie has agreed to take the puppies, and Dr. Scott, we hope, will be able to work miracles and do something for them.
When Jill gives me a call, I come running because I love this lady. Jill is a saint.
Curly, Curly.
She literally saves hundreds of Border Collies in the UK every year.
Come on then. Jim Jim. Good boy. Good boy.
Border Collies are my favourite breed. I love their intelligence, their loyalty. They're real friends.
Good boy. Yes, you are.
I mainly take dogs from farms that are neglected, unwanted, abused. Hopefully I can help them and give them a better life.
Good boy. Oh.
Such sad, sad dogs arrive here. Although sometimes it takes a long time, it's wonderful to see them recovering and the light coming back into their eyes. That's, I suppose, why I keep doing it.
Hello, gorgeous Jill.
Hi, Scott.
How are you, lovely lady?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah. So who is this?
This is Mia.
Hello, Mia. Aren't you a pretty girl?
And this is her little brother, Ted.
Hello, Ted. Hello, mate. You're standing a bit oddly, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is that the problem?
Yeah. He's obviously got something very wrong.
Yeah, you're walking a little strangely. Mia and Ted both have very similar looking forelimbs. Both their front legs are showing some sort of bony lumps on their wrist joints. And that is something that's quite concerning and could suggest some sort of nutritional deficiency in their growth and development. Should we pop out the back and have a little impromptu consultation with these two? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. All right, I'll give you her again because she's a bit of a nervous walker, isn't she? She is. All right, I'll grab my box and off we go. Come on then, team. Let's go.
Come on. Mia has got the swollen joints as well, but I did feel that maybe that's due to poor nutrition. So I'm not as worried about Mia. It's more Ted. They had a horrendous start in life. They weren't looked after at all. They weren't fed. They were emaciated and really very ill. I never noticed any swelling on her back legs, not like with Ted.
There's a distinct swelling just there. It does feel bony in nature. And I'm assuming, like with all the waifs and strays that you take on, that they probably didn't come from the best of backgrounds.
Definitely not, no.
So my guess is that there might be a nutritional deficiency here, which has affected her in her early life, but now she's come to you and you've given her a good diet. These things are starting to resolve.
Yeah, I think now she's moving very well. Although these are still quite swollen,
Yes.
it doesn't seem to affect her movement.
Would you want to sit up there on your royal chair and I'll have a look at your brother? After examining Mia, I'm pretty confident that this is a healthy dog. She just has some slightly strange looking front legs, but they're not affecting her at all, and I'm sure she's going to grow into a happy and healthy dog. Her brother, however, seems to have more than one issue, and he's the one I need to get to grips with next. Okay, Jill, so I need to see your little boy do a bit of walking. So do you want to walk over that way?
Come on, Ted.
Come on then, Ted.
Come on.
Good lad. That's a good boy.
Ted.
Good boy.
Good boy.
It's not normal at all. He's very stiff on that back leg, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not right, is it?
It really is a very concerning moment when a young dog is lame and limping on a hip that should be completely healthy. They should be bounding around, and he isn't. And that really worries me for his future. Okay, I'm just going to extend this hip here.
Yeah.
Good boy. There's definitely something going on in this left hip.
Yeah.
There's a bit of clicking. He definitely resents me extending that hip.
Oh,
It hurts a little bit. Eh? For a young dog of his age, you know, he should have very flexible, very mobile hips, and this one, there's definitely some tightness. So I think that's probably the cause for his lameness at the moment. It's painful. He can't fully extend it. And in the worst case scenario, it could be something like hip dysplasia, where the hip just falls out of the socket, which means that he might need to have his hip replaced. So the same type of swellings that his sister Mia has. It's incredibly upsetting when you see what neglect does. And today, these two puppies personify neglect. But thank God for people like Jill who make a real difference to these dogs' lives. So what I think we need to do is take this young man to go and see my mate Michael, the orthopedic surgeon, get him to have a little look. We'll do some examinations, likely x-rays, and look a little bit deeper into what the problems are.
Well, as long as we can do something.
Yeah, here we are again.
Yeah. The news Scott usually brings to me is that something is going to need major surgery and cost thousands of pounds that we haven't got. But even so, we always manage to find it. So no dog ever goes without treatment if it needs it.
Okay. Get you into the car, hey? Go see Michael.
Ted's been through so much, had such a terrible start to his life.
Say bye, Jill. Hey.
Hi, Ted. Good boy. And hopefully, if we get some good news today, he'll get into a loving home of his own.
That's it. Lovely. Good boy.
Bye.
Good lads. Good boy. Well done. Let's go see Michael. Good boy. Come on, mate. Here we are. Good lad. I know, traffic and leads, hey? Come on, in you come. He wasn't particularly keen on crossing the road, and then when he sees that he's confronted with a vet clinic, very keen not to go in. In you come. Come on. Oh, you're gonna make me carry you, aren't you? Come here. Come on. Come on. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Good to see you.
And you, and you. So this is Ted.
Yeah.
He's from Ireland. How's your Irish accent?
Poor.
Yeah.
Poor. Fairly poor.
Me too, me too. I can drink a Guinness and that's about it. This guy, he is walking quite oddly on his back leg, on his back left. Today is a massive crossroads for Ted's life. It could just be that he has a slightly tight hip, that's a muscular issue that will resolve with physiotherapy or hydrotherapy.
Yeah, he's getting a bit tense there.
Or it could be as bad as a hip needing a total hip replacement. There's a massive spectrum there. We need to find out where on that spectrum he is.
Right. Let's just take him into the garden, because I just quite like to see him moving around at a slightly higher speed. Right, okay. All right, mate, let's go. Let's go. Go on, Ted. Go on, Ted.
Good boy. Come on, then. Come on, mate. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy.
So the reason we've come out here is we need to see him at a faster speed and then ideally in a nice straight line. And this works perfectly. It's little runway number 1.
Keep going. Good boy.
Yeah,
Good boy.
go on, keep going, Scotty.
Good boy. Good boy.
Go on, Ted.
Good boy.
He's got what I call the supermodel swagger. So as he moves, rather than kind of pulling his hip through, he swings his whole pelvis forward. So he kind of walks like he's got a pair of Christian Louboutins on. Come on, then. Come on.
Good boy. Michael's a specialist and always wants to have every bit of information he can before he makes a decision on what to do next. And I think part of that was making me look silly running up and down a laneway.
Hope you don't find anything wrong with me.
Go on, Ted. Yeah, so Ted's front legs are good, but Scotty needs an MRI, so.
Oh, no. Really?
When we got Scott to trot him up and down, his front legs looked quite good. He was kind of striding out quite well. He didn't look like he was collapsing down on his wrists. The only thing really of any note I thought was his hips. Let's x-ray his hips. Let's see how good or bad his hips actually are. Because at the minute he's a little bit of an unknown quantity as to what his prognosis is going to be.
Lovely. Job done. Ted's swagger could be the result of poor diet or a lack of exercise. But the main reason why young dogs like him walk like he does is a condition called hip dysplasia. That's where the ball literally falls out of the hip socket joint over time, and that causes painful rubbing of the joint.
X-rays.
If that's the case, Ted could need a total hip replacement. Now that's major surgery requiring weeks of rehab. So we do need to understand fully what his problems are. When anyone takes on a rescue dog, I think the most important thing is they have a complete understanding of what the dog's issues are.
Okay, so here's his right forearm. There's his elbow, there's his paw.
And also to allow Jill to understand how long she's going to have to care for this dog, or can he find his forever home now?
So this is an X-ray of his hips. So these are the balls of the ball and socket joints. The balls are basically sitting quite well in the sockets. His hips are actually pretty good. I guess he could still snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, but you know, they're pretty good. So I'm really glad we did that. I can only assume that some of his muscles and some of the soft tissues are just tight, probably because he's had no exercise, he's had a poor diet, etc. But from a surgical perspective, there's nothing for me to do. There's nothing, no tendons to cut, no joints to replace, no broken bones to fix. So I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine. I'd be very surprised now, based on that X-ray, if he needs any intervention ever. So that's really good news for him. As he just does more and more exercise and becomes more and more of an athlete and gets a good diet, he's going to be normal.
Hello. That was a good little wake up, wasn't it? Hey, lots of good news to tell you.
I think it's great news for Jill today. I think it's the chance that she can now find a forever home for this beautiful little dog, give him the future that he's looking for, and we'll keep a close eye on him to make sure that he does reach his full potential.
All right then, mate. Well, thanks very much.
No problem.
Yeah. Ted says thanks very much.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Take it easy, mate. Okay.
All right.
Good to see you, mate.
See ya. Take
All the
care.
best, yeah.
Bye.
All right.
So it's rare, Jill, that I get to speak to you about good news.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. The X-rays actually show that his hips are relatively good.
I was really nervous about what you were going to be saying to me, so it's really good news, isn't it?
So I think what we need to do is to allow him to grow, but also in an environment which is healthy, which is going to get good food, therefore good nutrition, and also exercise, which is absolutely key to develop physically as he should.
Yeah.
And my hope is that the lameness that he's showing at the moment will come right once he's just using his body the way it was intended.
Scott has given me the most amazing news. It is just a case of bad nutrition and neglect. So with care and love, he should recover well and hopefully be rehomed soon.
Good luck finding that new home, mate. You deserve it. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. You love it, don't you? You love it.
Ready, Teddy? You gonna spin? Good boy. Give me that ball. Give me that. We were looking for another dog, and my wife Kim found out about Jill. So we decided to go down how we found Ted. It looked like he had a bad life. His fur was a bit rough. He looks deformed. Give me this ball. Good boy. Good boy. But it would have been so unfair to that pup not to give him a loving home. Right, there's a good boy. There's a good boy. Whoa! And we brought him home that day. He's very fast. You're very fast, aren't you, mate? I fell in love with Ted, and when we got Teddy home with Kenny, he settled in well, so they'll both go to bed together at night. Kenny down. Teddy? Down. Kenny, down. Ted plays all the time with Kenny. These two tend to be set together. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. Kenny and Ted have helped me in a way that I cannot explain. They're my little boys. The day that we actually were going to go down and pick Ted up was the day we said goodbye to Connor and we turned the life support machines off. Every family's worst nightmare. Connor was a 21-year-old, full of life. He was on holiday in Cyprus. He fell off a balcony and well, he died. It was such a shock, and Kim decided we're going to get a dog to take my thoughts elsewhere. Have you? Good boys, good lads. So I carry on, you know, and I look at my dogs and I just smile sometimes and get on with it, which you've got to do. You've got to do that. Teddy? Good boy, there you go. Another one? How many's that? 3? Another one? 4? I love my dogs equally. They both have a special part in our lives, mine and my wife, Kim. They're more like children because of the connection with Connor. Oh, mate. Ted? Good boy, Ted. I love them to bits, totally. Oh, very clever. Owning dogs is life-changing. Here we go, here we go. It's life-saving for so many people. Ring the bell. Oh, mate. They understand when I have the odd moment where I'm feeling a bit sad. And they'll come and they'll sit with me. And it's a race who can get to me first. You clever? Yes, you are clever. I know you clever. I love you too, mate. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do your hair. You have yellow ones in today. Honey is like my baby. She means the absolute world to me. We both would do anything for Honey. Oh, she looks beautiful.
She's a feisty little thing. She thinks she's a big dog and she's a little Shih Tzu. But she's had things from when she was a puppy. Nikki noticed this swelling.
Give us your paw. About 2 weeks ago, I'd noticed that there was something sticking out around her stomach. And then over the next few days, I monitored her and it looked like it was getting bigger. Barry said to me, we've had to take her to see Scott.
Come on, hon, let's go. Where are we going?
Go, baby. Where are we taking you? Are we going to the vets? Are we going to go see Scott? Where are we going? Hi, Kirsty.
Hi, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
Honey, did you want to have a seat?
Yeah.
I'll give you in a minute.
Thanks.
Nikki and Barry are the most conscientious owners that I know. They pick up on the slightest things that are going wrong with their dog and make sure that their vet, me, is aware of them, and that is just so helpful because then we can get ahead of problems and come up with good solutions. So I'm really glad to be working with them and Honey today.
She's going to be a good girl.
Morning, morning Barry, how are you? Hi Nikki, how are you?
How are you?
Very good, hello Honey. Oh wow, look at you two matching today. You look absolutely beautiful. All right, yeah, well, yeah, you as well, you as well. Honey always comes very well turned out. She always looks very beautiful with a different set of hair ribbons and she's so sweet. She's just very kind as a dog. All right then, come on in, let's have a little chat. Come on, gorgeous. That's you, Barry. So if we just pop you in a slightly unladylike position, I'm sorry.
Oh, baby,
Okay.
it's okay, it's okay.
All right, so flip it like that, there we go. All right,
Okay,
so
baby.
We're not talking about this, are we? Which is this hernia. Yes. Okay, so that's just a outy belly button, umbilical hernia.
It's here. I noticed it because she does actually enjoy lying on her back. I just noticed it popping out when she's lying in certain positions.
So that does feel like potentially a liver mass. I'm really impressed that Nikki's been able to find this lump at all, because actually when I feel it, it is on the inside of her abdomen. Honey's liver lobe has got a soft mass. It's probably about the size of a small apple. It's fairly large and quite concerning. What we'll do is we'll let her lay back, and I just want to have a feel with her now standing up. There we go. Good girl. Okay. And has she been sort of well in herself and eating well? And
Yeah, she's been eating well and she's been well in herself, but she does seem to have lost a bit of weight, because I can feel that her spine's sticking out a little bit.
Yeah, look, I can see so clearly here that we've got a very sharp spine there.
And that's only been in the last couple of weeks that I've really noticed that.
I can feel that her liver is very big, but the lump that you can feel through the skin is in fact one of the liver lobes. Also, there's the possibility that there might be a very small one here on the left underneath her rib cage.
I'm quite devastated really that he's found another lump. So at first I was thinking it's just the one that has to be treated, but now there seems to be two, which to me makes the problem a little bit worse than what we originally thought. So I'm quite worried. And is that on an organ or is...
This one also feels like it's on the liver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What could have caused that?
Well, you're not going to like the answer to that.
I can't even imagine what it'll be like if she's got something serious wrong with her. She's my absolute everything. Yeah, she's come so far with us. 10 years, she's been like my best friend.
She is showing classic signs of some type of cancer. It's hard to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
When you hear the word cancer, immediately panic bells start ringing, don't they? So, you know, it's probably as serious as we thought it could have been. So, we just got to keep our fingers crossed that Scott can work a bit of magic on it.
And she has lost weight dramatically in the last few weeks. 4 years ago, she started to develop some pain and she was crying out. Okay, baby. They diagnosed her with something called GME, like the dog version of meningitis. So she had a spinal tap and she had chemotherapy and radiotherapy for a long time. And then since then, she's relapsed twice. Oh, she's a lovely girl. At one point, we thought we were going to lose her. And on top of everything else, she's got a heart murmur as well. And is it treatable?
Well, this is a journey that we're all going to have to go down together. As we know with Honey, she is not going to be the easiest of patients to treat because she has that stonking heart murmur. I mean, it sounds like she's got a freight train going through her chest. Honey, it's fair to say, hasn't been the healthiest of dogs during her lifetime. And at this moment in time, I would say that I'm pretty confident this is going to turn out to be cancer. To diagnose this, we need to take some samples. Now, normally, you would open her up under anaesthetic, you'd go in, you'd take a sample of the liver, you'd send it away to the lab, and they'd tell us what we're looking at. Sadly, that's going to prove impossible with her. Today I need to keep Honey in with me here at the practice and I need to do a number of tests on her, but I need to do it conscious, and that's because she has heart disease, and as a result she makes for a very risky anaesthetic patient. So instead, we're going to have to do something that's, although less risky, is quite nerve-wracking, because we actually have to insert a needle into her liver without actually being able to visualise it and to see it.
Is she going to be in pain?
There will be a level of discomfort to it, more than if you were going to knock her out under a general anaesthetic, absolutely.
And when will we get the results back?
So we'll get them back in a few days.
All right, okay, that's quick.
Yeah.
Honey is so brave, and I think she's a lot braver than us, actually. She's been through so much. It's sad to tell all of our friends and family, really, because she's loved not just by me and Barry, but by everyone.
Come on, gorgeous.
Oh, there you go,
All
baby.
right. All right, trying to give Mummy and Daddy a kiss.
Bye-bye, gorgeous. Bye-bye, baby.
There's the fan club. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, take care.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye. Hello.
Hello.
This precious little lady is Honey.
Hello. Look at your pretty bows. Very cute.
Isn't she an absolute sweetheart? Oh, but unfortunately, I'm a little concerned about what we're going to be finding today. She has been losing weight and her mum's found a lump which she thought was on her tummy, but actually is what I can feel to be a liver mass.
Oh, that's sad news, isn't it?
The kicker to that, which will make you as her nurse quite nervous, is that we have to do it all conscious.
Great. Why?
She's got a massive heart murmur. She has done for quite some time, and that's a massive compromise to the anaesthetic. So we'll do everything we can to support her right now, make her as comfortable as possible, and hopefully she'll just let us do what is a pretty mean thing, and hopefully she won't hold it against me.
If it's less risk, then that's what we have to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it, honey? Don't be brave.
Brave girl, brave sausage. So what we're going to do with Honey is give her some pain relief. To start with, we're going to locally anaesthetise the site as well. We're going to do everything we can to make this as pain-free as possible and get the cells we need to make a diagnosis. Okay, baby girl. A little bit of pain relief. Make you feel very happy. That's it. All right. So there's the lump there. Very prominent, quite large, quite concerning. Just about to do an ultrasound. It just gives us a bit more of a picture as to where this lump is and how it looks as opposed to normal liver tissue. Can you see that?
Yeah.
The lump looks big. I mean, it's half the size of a head. It's huge. I would be very surprised, shocked even, if this doesn't come back as cancer. Never have I wanted to be more wrong. Don't want to be right this time around.
So I'm just putting some cream on just to numb the skin, just so it's not as painful for her when the needle goes in.
Nice, deep breaths. Let's all be calm for her. Okay, everyone ready?
It's a good girl. Good girl, honey.
That's a worry. So that is not blood that's come out of a blood vessel, but actually blood that's present in this tumour. So fairly nasty type of tumour. When there is a lot of blood cells present in a sample, it can affect the ability to interpret the result. So I'm a little concerned we might not find out what's going on with Honey with these tests. She was so brave, wasn't she? Hey, you're a little legend, aren't you? The news could be really bad. I suspect it's going to be really bad, which is really tough because she's actually quite bright and happy at the moment. Okay, you've been such a good girl. And look at that. Hey, orange dinosaurs. There we go. Orange to match. Hey, match your little hair ribbons.
Tonight we can't wait to get Honey back into the house, into a nice warm house and keep her all cosy. We'll give her lots of cuddles, lots of chicken and rice. She'll get really spoiled.
Where's Mummy? Hey? Where is she? Hello.
Honey bunny. Hello, girl.
There she
Hello, my
is.
girl. Hello, my gorgeous one. Oh, what's happened to you?
No.
Hey? Oh, Kelly. Oh. Oh, so she was good.
She was just an angel. Didn't make a sound, brave as they come. But the sample was quite concerning in that it was a little bit on the bloody side, which you might think, oh yes, he's just hit a vein, but that's unlikely because of how much came out in a short space of time.
Yeah.
But we just need to know what it is first.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
how are you guys feeling about everything?
A little bit shock, I think, really. Although we've been contemplating what it could be, it's still not nice. It still feels quite...
Well, you guys are such optimists, I can tell, and so you always think, oh, hopefully it's nothing.
Yeah. I think Barry's more positive thinking than me, but I will definitely try my hardest to stay positive over the next few days until we get the results, and give her lots of love and lots of cuddles until we find out what the treatment plan will be.
And Nikki, there's a bandage, matches the hair, do you see? Hey, we do think about that sort of stuff.
Honey is such a brave little dog, and under that beautiful fluffy coat is a heart of a lion. I really hope that in the coming days we get the result we're looking for and she can live a long and healthy life.
But at the moment it's really tough to infuse Nikki with positivity because I am really concerned about what I found today.
Should we go home? Shall we go home? Should we go see your daddy?
Hey, it's fair enough. You do need some more work on this hair. I did mess it up a little bit, so Dad's apparently the expert. All right. Okay. Well, you guys have a good evening, and I'll be in touch with the results.
Thanks
all right.
very much.
Okay, Nikki. Take care. All right. Bye, girls.
She definitely is a fighter. She's 4 from 5 weeks old, and I think Honey will be able to get through it. Come on, baby.
It's okay.
The Royal Veterinary College really helped out a lot, and we got an appointment really fast. So professional.
Hi there, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. Nice to meet you. My name is Stein. Hi there. And this is Honey. And Honey, welcome.
Unfortunately, the sample that we took from Honey's liver isn't giving us the answers that we're looking for to understand what's going on with her. So now I need to refer her to my colleague Stein Neeson at the Royal Veterinary College.
Shall we get a room? Great, thanks.
He's going to use all the technology that they have there at his disposal to find the diagnosis.
So I've spoken to Scott, and we have agreed that the best way forward is to get better pictures of this liver. So the plan for today would be first to put her through the CT scanner, and after that we'll try to also have another go at taking a little sample of that liver to see under the microscope what kind of cells are there. So Scott already tried to get some cells, but they didn't give the answer. So what we're doing is we're stepping it up. We're going to use a bigger, bolder needle to get a bigger piece of that liver, hopefully giving us that answer whether or not it is cancer. She will be treated like a VIP.
Oh, good.
VID, I guess.
That's what she's used to.
That's yes.
Okay, baby. And see you later. Honey's just everything to me and Barry. She's a massive part of our life.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
I just hope that when she comes around from the recovery that we've got some answers and we know what the plan is to go forward.
Good girl, honey.
Let's go to sleep, little one. Good girl.
So she's nice asleep, she doesn't feel anything, but most importantly it allows us to take these detailed pictures that we're taking just now of her tummy and her chest. And that's all to try and figure out what is going on in that liver and is there anything spreading around the body, and that would of course be bad news. Looking at the images, it's one of the biggest livers I've seen in a dog of this size. You can see it's not the same color everywhere. You've got some darker bits, lighter bits. It's all very blotchy. That's not what we normally expect with a healthy liver. Whatever is going on there is growing in a big way. So now that we've done the CAT scan, what we really need is to get some cells from that liver to be able to look under a microscope and see what kind of tissue is there. Is it cancerous, yes or no? We are going to use a bigger needle than Scott used. And that is advantageous because we will get more tissue and we stand a higher chance of actually making a diagnosis.
Let's see what we got.
This liver is very mushy, and we can now also see why Scott had difficulties getting a diagnosis in the first place, because it's very easy to be in the wrong bit.
That's a much bigger chunk.
I'm very hopeful that we will get an answer for them today. We've taken good samples and the pathologists are going to get a look at them just now. So hopefully we'll have an answer for Barry when he comes back to pick Honey up. Hi there, Mr. Wilson. Okay. You are...
baby. Can I take her?
Yeah, of course.
Hello, baby. Hello. There's a good girl.
Shall we go to a room and have a chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Come on, girl. Come on. There's a good girl.
So we managed to do everything, which I'm really pleased about, because I think we've got now the best possible picture of what's going on there. And I have to say that that is not good news in that we do have cancer.
When you hear there's cancer, I didn't know what I was going to do. It's the worst possible news that we could have had.
Now, some types of these cancer you can perform surgery on. With her, there's very little normal liver left. So I think she's coping better without doing the surgery than if we were to do the surgery. Okay. This is a slow-growing tumor, but how long is probably the question you're going to ask me. That I can't answer. That is something we'll just have to see. And although it's not what we wanted to hear, we can now make a plan for the future, because she still has a future. Yeah. And maybe we'll be surprised at how long she still will do well. I wish I could have offered Honey a solution, a cure. But I need to remind myself that it does help knowing the truth.
It's best if that we know, isn't it?
Absolutely. As long as she's eating and drinking and being happy when you come home, you can say honestly to yourself, she's got a good quality of life. There's no urgent action we need to take. So that puts us in a privileged situation in that we can now plan her journey and make sure that she has as many good days as possible. And should bad days start to appear, we can make quite a quick decision to make sure that she doesn't suffer. But until that time, we can have a lot of good days with her, giving her the best possible life, because we will have prevented any suffering.
Although it's devastating news and it's an awful thing to hear, I'd rather know and we can make it as perfect as possible for her. All we can do is make however long she got left special.
Mummy's been warming it up for you.
Yeah, come on then, there's a good girl.
Honey's behaviour has changed, yes. So because she's been getting spoilt every day, she will only eat roast chicken, and it has to be hot.
That's a nice bit, isn't it?
My friends are just absolutely devastated for me because they know how much Honey means to me and Barry.
There's a good girl. Lovely.
I'm really glad that we went ahead with the CT scan and to know the result really, because it means we can spoil her every day more than what she is already.
Well, someone's sounding feisty. Hey, Barry, how are you? Hi, Nick. Good to see you. Hello, gorgeous. You've still got lots of spirit, haven't you? All right, well, let's go in and have a chat about that nasty diagnosis, shall we? Hey, come on.
Honey is very clearly the boss of this house, and although she's unwell, she doesn't know it. She is really taking advantage.
Yeah, and she's living it up. She's got her own cushion, new toys. I mean, this is all sounding pretty good.
It's a dog's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for all your help. You've been really supportive.
If anyone can live a long time and eat you out of house and roast chicken, it's going to be Honey, isn't it? Hey, you good girl. Yes, you are.
Honey doesn't know that she's sick at all, and she's so in tune with my emotions that if I show that I'm upset, she'll come straight over to me and be like, why are you upset? What's wrong?
Do you think she's making you sad?
Yeah, if she thinks that we were getting upset, she'd be worried that stress it out.
Oh yeah, it would.
Honestly?
Yeah. And Barry keeps saying to me, there's always time to be upset afterwards, so try and enjoy every minute.
That's special, isn't it?
If you guys loved that video, great. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. That way.